Hello, this is a much shorter class than I normally record. It's equipment free and it's planned to release tension from the back line of the body. So lower back, the pelvis and also the hamstrings, but right down to the Achilles heel as well. So we're going to end up with finishing off in downward facing dog, the best one ever. Okay, so much shorter than normal. So what I'd like you to do is just set yourself up on your mat. Lie yourself down and just see if you need something padding underneath the head. That might be a cushion or a rolled up blanket. Knees are bent, feet are hip distance apart, and just spend a moment just settling the back of the pelvis and then across the shoulder blades. And all I'd like to do is just to start immediately to rock your knees from side to side. So knees rocking from side to side. So that's all you're doing at the moment, is moving the pelvis from side to side. And that sometimes that just eases out a bit of tension very, from the first moment. So just rocking, maybe make those knee movements a little bit bigger. So just starting to go over further, taking the knees further over from side to side. You can rock on your heels rather than having the feet flat on the floor. Just a few more of those, trying to feel that stretch also in the side of the waist. And then the next time you go over to the right, come back into the middle and just settle those feet again, settle the back of the pelvis. Hands onto the abdomen. As you inhale, I'd like you to arch your back and tilt the pelvis forward. And then as you exhale, you flatten the back and tuck the tailbone. So inhale to arch, tilting the pelvis forward. Exhale to flatten and getting a feeling of hollowing out into the tummy now. Inhale to arch, tilt the pelvis forward. Exhale to flatten. Two more times. So inhale to arch, tilt the pelvis forward. Exhale to flatten. Inhale to arch, last time. Exhale to flatten. And then just settle the back of the pelvis down on the floor. Walk the feet in towards each other and then bring your right knee in towards the chest. Hug that knee in towards the chest a little bit more, sliding your hands down towards the ankle if you can. Now what I'd like you to do is to let your left leg go long. If that's not great on your lower back, there is a possibility that having the left leg straight will put strain on your lower back. So you rebend the knee. Take an inhale as you exhale, lift the head and the shoulders up and just try and bring the nose towards the knee. It doesn't have to touch. And then lower yourself down again. Take an inhale, just 3 of these. Lifting up, knee to the nose. Lower yourself down again. Inhale, so you're rolling on the thoracic spine, lifting up, and then lower yourself down again. Settle there. Now, you're going to release the hands from the front of the shin, taking them to the back of your thigh. And then what I'd like you to do is keep your knee bent, keep your right knee bent, but push the leg away. So the knee is bent about 90 degrees. You're pushing the leg away into the resistance of the hands and then start to draw the hands in a little bit. So now you've got push-pull resistance there. The hamstrings are active. Holding there and breathing. Now this is really good if you have got a history of sciatica. The thing that we are doing at the moment is really, really good at strengthening the piriformis. So piriformis syndrome, sciatica, this is really good for that. It's helpful. It strengthens that area. So keep the pressure on the leg, push, pull, but straighten your right leg as much as you can up towards the ceiling and then rebend the knee. But you're still pushing, you're still using the leg and the arm. So you're pushing the leg into the hands and the hands into pulling into the leg. Straighten the leg again and then rebend it, flexing the foot. And then last time, straighten the leg, pointing the toe, Now start to draw the leg forward using the hands, but you're still pushing the leg into the hands. And just as you do this, you'll soften, you feel the knee softening, allow it to soften. So you're getting the same stretch sensation at the back of your leg. And then just see if you can get that stretch sensation to travel up across the glutes and into your lower back. So just see, holding there and breathing. And you could still have your left leg bent, absolutely fine. Now if you release your leg up into the air, right leg up into the air, keep it vertical now and relax the hands. So you could just sort of rub your hands if you need to. If you could now rebend your left leg and then flexing your right foot. So you're setting up. If you're not sure, just have a look, but the right leg is vertical, the left leg is bent with the foot flat on the floor. Now your toes should be facing towards your forehead. I'd like you to rotate your right leg so that, like a periscope, the right toes turn to the right. And then let the leg go forward. Now if you're struggling with that, put your right hand on the front of the right thigh, left hand goes to the back of the thigh, and then you use your hands to spin the leg around, but the leg remains vertical. And again, let the toes go forward. One more time, turning. Now hold the leg in that position, so the toes are turned out to the right, the heel is long. Take an inhale there, and then as you exhale, start to bend the knee and hover the foot in front of your left thigh. Take the leg up into the air, still rotated outwards, toes rotated outwards. Rebend the knee. Now rest your right foot on your left thigh and then press your right knee away. See how that feels, pressing it away. Maybe rock across the back of the pelvis, still pressing your right knee away. You don't have to use the hands now. Let the arms go out to the side. And then what I'd like you to do is to take your right knee to the right. So you're just resting it down on the floor. The left side will have lifted up. And then come back through the center and then take your right foot to the left. Try and ground the right foot down on the floor. Right knee's up in the air and your shoulders are all super relaxed there. Holding here. And then from there, you're going to roll onto the inside edge of your right foot. So allow the body to come into a reclined twist. Place the foot flat on the floor, right foot flat on the floor. Engage into the core, come back to the middle. Now, if you struggle to come back into the middle, just a little hint is to press down into your left elbow and then use the arm strength to bring yourself back into the center. Please bring the knees in towards the chest and rock from side to side. Keep hold of your left knee, taking the right foot to the floor. Slide the hands, both hands interlaced, down towards the ankle and then extend your right leg long, if you can. Take an inhale as you exhale, lift the head and the shoulders up, taking the knee towards the nose and then lower yourself down again. Inhaling and then exhaling, lifting and then lowering. Again, inhale, exhale. So just working that upper back and then lower yourself down again. Just staying there for a moment. We're going to release the hand hold of the ankle and then interlace the fingers at the back or around the back of the left thigh. Now keep the left knee bent, start to press the knee away until the arms go straight and then start to bend the arms so you're creating resistance. Holding there for a moment and take some breaths here. So again, this is piriformis strengthening. So pausing longer here, the better really. Then you're going to start to straighten the legs. So you take an inhale, work with the breath as you exhale, extend your left leg up towards the ceiling and then please rebend it, flexing the foot. You're still pushing the leg into the hands though. Extend the leg and then rebend it. Extend the leg, holding there, but now use the hands more. So you're going to draw, still push the leg away, but draw the thigh onto your chest. You're trying to, you have to bend the knee just to allow the thigh to come forward, but you're trying to find a good stretch into the hamstring, so top of the back of the thigh, and then maybe going across the glute into the lower back. Can you find that awareness? Just breathing into it. And then if you now release the leg up into the air, so the leg is now vertical, take your hands away, maybe rub the hands if you need to. Good. So you're lengthening the leg up. If you let your hands, it's probably easier to start off like this. Let your hands go onto the left thigh. So the left hand's at the front of the thigh, the right hand is at the back of the thigh. If you now rebend the right leg so it's in a ready position for the next part, spin the left leg out to the side, but keep it vertical. So it's like a periscope, the toes turn to the left, and then return the leg back to face the front. Go again, spin the leg. Back to the middle. Again, turn the leg, holding it there, holding it, lengthening up your left heel. Take an inhale there. As you exhale, bend the knee, hover your left foot in front of your right thigh, and then let the leg go up into the air again. Now you hover the foot in front of the thigh, and then let the foot rest, left foot rests on your right thigh. And just move the knee in and out, and then press the knee away. Keep the knee pressing away, either using your hand or just muscular engagement, and then begin to rock across or rock from side to side. And then let the arms go out to the side. The next time you rock towards the left, drop that left knee down towards the floor. And then come up through the middle. And then take your left foot to the floor, so you're resting on your right side, holding there. So just stretching into the side of the leg, and then roll onto the inside edge of your left foot, dropping that left knee down to the floor. So recline twist if you want to. I didn't say it on the other side, but you could turn your head to the left. Placing now your left foot flat on the floor, the knee goes up into the air, and then bring yourself back into the middle, maybe using your right arm to help you. Once you're back in the middle, please bring the knees in towards the chest and then rock from side to side. What I'd like to do then is we're going to rock forward and back. You don't have to rock forward and back, you can just make your way now onto your hands and your knees. So cat pose. Pressing down into the hands, pressing down into the knees. Lift between your shoulder blades. You're lifting the chest, so it feels like you're trying to lift the chest as far away from the floor as possible. Draw the chest forward now, still lifting between your shoulder blades. Tuck the toes and round the back, allow the chin to come to the chest, looking towards your knees, your thighs. Inhaling, coming forward, and then again, exhale, tuck the toes round the back, chin to the chest. Inhaling, coming forward, and then again, tuck the toes round the back, chin to the chest, but this time sit back on your heels. Just stretching the knees, maybe slide your hands forward. So taking a really good stretch into your back. Just holding there, the hands are really stuck on the floor. Stretching, creeping the arms forward as you sit back on the heels, bending the toes. What I'd like you to do is to lift up the head and then just move the hands just very briefly over towards the left. Just taking a gentle stretch into that right side, leaning into it. So you lean your right ribs more towards the right. And then walk the hands over to the right, and then just lean slightly into that left side. Taking a few breaths there. And then come back into the middle, and you're back in cat pose. Now what I'd like you to do is just to make sure you've got a little bit of space behind you on your mat. So the test is that when you extend your right leg, your right toes are on the floor. So from your cat pose, I'd like you to extend your right toes, take an inhale there, and then as you exhale, move your shoulders back. So now you're stretching your right calf. Just stretching there, pushing into the hands, and really just say it's all about that right calf. And then come back into a neutral position, float your right leg up, take an inhale, and then as you exhale, bring the knee in towards the nose, in towards the chest, pushing into your hands, and then take the leg back. Again, bring the knee in towards the chest, but then push into your hands, bringing the nose towards the knee, take the leg back. This time, just bring the knee in towards the chest, flex your right foot, look towards your knee, your left knee, and then place your right foot down alongside the left knee. And then lean back. So I'm looking at my legs. I can see my left knee. My right toes are next to my left knee. This is called crouching kitten. So the heel is off the floor. The right heel is off the floor. I've just changed my orientation just to help you, but you're just leaning the chest down onto the right thigh and trying to relax your right ankle. So just breathing there. And then if you come out, re-extend your right leg, place the toes on the floor, press your shoulders back. So again, you're back to now stretching the calf, and either stay here or lighten, possibly lift your left knee, your left foot, and then draw your left thigh in towards the chest. This is optional. Maybe go back into plank. You could be now in cat pose instead. If plank is too strong for you, just stay in cat pose. And then take the knees down to the floor. A moment of rest, so all weight off your wrists. Just turn the palms to face up. Move the fingers, wriggle the fingers. So we've just got the other side to do. So coming back onto your hands and knees. Extend your left leg, tuck the toes. Take an inhale there, and then as you exhale, push your shoulders back. So that's why it's good to have your foot, your left foot, on your mat so that it doesn't slide, and you can get really into that left calf. Just breathing into the left calf. And then bring your shoulders forward, lift up your left leg, take an inhale. As you exhale, bring the knee in towards the chest, maybe pushing into your hands, taking the nose towards the knee. Extend the leg back, inhaling. Exhale, bring the knee in towards the nose. Take the leg back. Last time, bring the knee in towards the chest, so you're still looking forward. Flex the left foot. Take the toes down to the floor. The toes, the left toes, are alongside your right knee. And then you move your hips back, just lowering the left heel, but try not to get it on the floor. If it's gone on the floor, just try and adjust your position. Maybe take the knee, the left knee, further forward so that the heel is off the floor and you're getting a really good stretch at the Achilles, at the base of the lower part of the calf, top of the heel. Breathing there, try and relax the foot. Breathing into it. And then coming forward, extend your left leg. Take the toes down to the floor and then push your shoulders back again for a second calf, upper calf stretch. Either stay here with the knee, with the right knee down, or start to pick up your right knee, drawing the knee in towards the chest, holding there, slightly rounding in the back. Extend the legs so you're in plank, but you could be in cat pose instead. Absolutely fine. And then drop down to the knees. Again, take a moment of rest. Take all weight off your hands, moving the hands, wriggling the fingers, maybe rubbing the wrists. Then I'm going to come up, so last pose, up into downward facing dog. So come back through cat pose, tuck the toes, push yourself back into downward facing dog. And then up on the heels for a moment, and then slowly release your heels down, drawing your chest towards your thighs. The legs don't have to be straight, but you might find that having done all that preparation of the hamstrings, the glutes, the lower back, that actually you feel a bit more ease in downward facing dog. Holding there, tucking the tailbone, drawing the tummy in. So hopefully you found that helpful for your lower back, for easing sort of tension in the lower back into the hips, but also that back line, particularly of the legs. So if you now rise up onto the balls of the feet, lower the knees, and then just rest for a moment in child pose. So palms facing up, take a few breaths there. And then what I'd like you to do is either you can stay there, or coming up to kneeling, and I hope you found that helpful. Thank you very much. Namaste.